Hey guys, welcome back to Me Watch Movie. I'm Mike, he's Jay. This is the spoiler review for Batman vs. Superman. We've already covered in the last video, if you didn't watch it, the non-spoiler review that we did, that it's amazing. Bye.
No, that's it. That's it.
If you haven't seen the movie, don't watch this. Obviously, you're going to want to experience it. Don't listen to what the critics are saying about this movie. Go experience it for yourself and make up your own opinions. Don't just watch this because you're not going to go see the movie now. Have you seen, like I have in the comments of videos, some assholes just keep going in all caps. Superman dies.
Yeah, that was the first fucking thing. I didn't see it on the comments. My brother actually spoiled it for me, but he I hate when they call me and they're like, "So I just found out what happens at the end." And I'm like, "Son of a bitch!" And he's like, "Do you want to know?" I'm not gonna spoil it. I was like, "Just fucking tell me!" I was like, because I'm gonna hear it somewhere. But yeah, they got spoiled. Yeah, that's the big spoiler. We'll just give that. Superman dies.
Superman does die, and they actually do. The Doomsday storyline, which I love and I hate. Put it this way, when I'm watching this movie, I was enjoying myself, I was having a good time.
Yeah.
But when Superman takes fucking Doomsday into space, a la the Doomsday graphic novel or Superman Dies, I literally just like fan the fuck out, like hardcore. I haven't fanned that hardcore since the Avengers.
Well, this is weird, man. When he goes up in space and they launch the nuke at him, the destroy of Doomsday and Superman because he's collateral damage at this point. And then Superman's all like fucking radiated.
God, he looks so fucking good.
I know. And then and he's floating in space and he hits the sun and he starts coming back. It was literally right out of that Batman vs Superman graphic novel when he got hit with the radiation. It's all disgusting, nasty.
He looks so good.
I felt it in my. I was like, what the? I was watching. I was like, what the fuck? It's like, that's an erection. The way they shot that looked fucking awesome. The way the Doomsday story. I agree with you. There is love and hate relation going on with it because the actual Doomsday story could take up 3 films. I mean, you could actually tell the Superman, the death of Superman, and do 3 films involving all the Justice League members and do this whole big epic thing at the end where he sacrifices himself. But they did it this way. That's fine. It was still cool to watch. I thought it was awesome how the way that he sacrificed himself to do it, because he takes this rod, this spear of kryptonite, and he rams it into his butt. I'm sorry, I'm just going that way. I had to say it. He takes it and he rams it into Doomsday's heart, and at the same time, I know I was saying ram. So, and then Doomsday has this big like nail thing and like stabs Superman in the chest, but when he does die, it's cool, like, because the way that visually looked, you see this big giant hand holding Superman's body, like almost lifeless.
Oh, when he fell down with him? That was so cool.
And then Batman comes over, and that was when Batman had kind of, made his peace with Superman, and he like there's a lot of respect going on then, like, and it's very emotional and deep, because he picks him up, and he's like handing him down to Wonder Woman, and she's taking, Lois Lane's running out, and she's crying. It was fucking awesome. And then they do this whole big funeral. And it was cool.
It was straight out of the fucking comics, dude. It looks so good. It was straight out of the comic books. And yeah, I am fanboying here. Suck my asshole. I don't care. That black casket with the silver lining on it, man. And then when Lois gets the ring, I couldn't help it, dude. Because that was weird. When she hands her the package, she opens up and it's an engagement ring. I was starting to laugh, dude, in the theater because I kept thinking about that comic book. Like I thought she was gonna throw it. It was like the engagement is off.
Yeah, I was like, Superman. He didn't even want to be with her anymore. He was like, I'm gonna die anyway, bitch. Here.
Do you remember that comic though? It was like all white and like it showed the ring on the ground, and it was like the engagement is off.
The thing is with that whole thing though, yeah, you're right. When they showed the black coffin with the silver Superman symbol, that's straight. Remember when he wore the suit, the black suit, because it was like healing his body and that whole thing. It looked. I hope when he comes back, he's wearing black suit with the silver.
And we're gonna do a whole video on that, on like where they're gonna go now, because we didn't expect that. That was a total shock and surprise. They showed Doomsday in the trailer, but we didn't know they were actually gonna go full on when Superman dies. Like, and it was funny when the theater went black in that moment. You heard some little kid in the back, and the whole theater was silent. And you heard some kid in the back go, "Did he die?"
I have never experienced that before in my life, which I can't wait to see Civil War, because I think it's going to have the same impact. When you're in a group, it was sold out. I mean, there was a lot. It was full. When he dies, the whole fucking room shifted. It's like mom just got smacked by dad at the dinner table. It was like, and it was just like, shh.
Yeah.
Like, it was so, and you could hear a penny fucking drop when he was dead. And then I think somebody was crying because it is sad. I mean, it's sad. And then, I think it's going to be the same reaction, though, if Captain America dies or Iron Man dies or something like that in Civil War. It's got so much, and I didn't expect it. I did not expect it to have that much of emotion, because you've only been introduced to Henry Cavill since Man of Steel. Yeah. So they really have built it up like Iron Man, Captain America, but it's Superman. I mean, it's fucking Superman, and he's dead. He's died. He's gone.
That's great. And it wouldn't happen if Lois could just fucking swim a little bit better.
When Batman and Superman actually fight, the reason why Batman distrusts him is basically what you saw in the trailer. He's like this alien. He's this guy that he thinks he can destroy us. He needs to be kept in check. And the only reason why Superman is even fighting him is because Lex Luthor gets a hold of Clark Kent's mom, Martha, and is telling him, if you don't bring me the head of Batman, if you don't kill him, then I'll kill your mom. And he's like, where's my mother? And he's like,
he got fucking pissed.
Yeah, he was. That was fucking awesome. And he's like, ha, 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 ha. He's like, if you kill me, then you're not gonna know it. You know, she'll die.
That was the only scene in which I actually liked him as Lex Luthor.
Yeah, it was cool.
When he was on that rooftop, and maybe at the very, very end when they shave his head, and he's sitting there. But other than that, like, I didn't like him.
But see, it was cool though. But when Superman goes back down, he tells Lois, he's like, either I gotta get Batman to help me, or I gotta kill him. I love that part. And then he's like flying, like he's starting to float away, and he's like, nobody can stay good in this world. Yeah. Like, it was so fucking impactful because the entire movie is showing Superman. He's like, he's watching all this news coverage of him, and they're talking about how he's a killer and that he needs to be kept in check, and he doesn't answer. And he's all he's trying to do is do good, and he can't change his image. Like, he's wanting to change.
And there's subtext there too because he stood by and did the right thing and let his dad die, right? Yeah. So he's not gonna fucking do that with his mom. He's like, no, I've given too fucking much, and all this shit's happening. Fuck you, I'll kill him if I have to. And I love that.
When he confronts Batman, Batman has had time to. He basically steals that kryptonite rock that you see in the trailer from Lex Luthor. He takes that shit home. He's got his own, and he makes these gas canisters, these bullet things that shoot out gas of kryptonite, and he whoops his ass doing that because once Superman breathes that in, he can fuck him up. And then finally, the big chunk of rock, he makes a spear out of it to finally kill him. Like, Batman does get fucked up a little bit, but then Batman comes back full force, fucking you up Pacquiao style. Like, he really does. Like, it's non-stop. Like, when he shoots this gas canister, he really whoops his ass. Then Superman, like, looks at him. Like, I thought it was funny. Like, when Batman's punching him, and he starts, like, then it's just like Batman's, like, hitting him. He's like, oh.
Dude, I felt bad for Superman. Yeah. Like, I was like, damn, he's never felt it.
Yeah, but when Batman stopped punching him, and he was like, oh.
Yeah.
He's like, are you mad, bro?
They did the power paradigm perfectly, dude. I mean, absolutely perfectly, because like you know, Batman can't fight Superman. His suit, whatever, he's a human. But the way they did that, the way that those kryptonite bullets or whatever, smoke bombs, slowed him down just enough to where he lost his powers for a second, and Batman could fuck him up a little bit, but then his powers came back, and he got to fuck up Batman a little bit. It was the perfect way to do that fight.
I think
and no one talks about that.
It wasn't that specific scene necessarily that showed the viciousness and brutality of Batman, the new version of Batman, which is fucking awesome. It was close. There's another scene that happens that shows that too. But when Superman, and this is what you're talking about, I felt terrible for Superman, is when finally Batman's got him beat and he's put his big fucking clock boot on his fucking throat and he's got this spear and he cuts his face and he's like, wait, I mean, he's gonna spear bomb him, and he's like, and then Superman, all he's saying is like, all that Superman is thinking, and this is where I'm talking about the emotion. He doesn't even care about his life anymore. He's like, just save Martha. Yeah. He's like, just save my mom.
And that clicks up. I never realized their mothers had the same name.
I get sad thinking about it. I was like, dude, all he wanted to do was save his mom, and he's like, he's dying, and he knows he's gonna die. He knows this Bat character is gonna kill him. He knows it's gonna happen, but all he wants him to do is please save my mom. Yeah. And I was like, let him off, bro. I was like, stop, Bat.
I got so scared, man. Like, I got so scared. So scared that I thought Batman was gonna kill him. I thought Batman was gonna kill him, and I was gonna go, fuck, dude. You guys just took the perfect Batman and made him the biggest asshole ever.
Well, you got because you know he stops for a second because Martha Wayne, Martha Kent. And he's like, why did you say that name? And he's like, why did you say that name? I was like, don't do it, Bat. I was like, calm down. I was like, no. I was like, no, he didn't mean it. He didn't mean it.
Lois shows up. You're like, oh, thank God, she can explain it.
And then, but that pissed me off when Lois Lane does show up. She's like, stop. I was like. That's when I was like, get your fucking foot off his throat so the bro can breathe. And then, but when he takes him off, and the only thing that pissed me off when Lois Lane showing up, though, I was like, okay, fine. Because half Batman's fucking mask is shattered, so now she can see half his face. It's like, so now she knows he's Bruce Wayne. I didn't like that. I was like, that's bullshit. Yeah. I was like, shut up. And I was like, but hopefully she just thought like he was just an ugly guy with half a mask. So like, that's what it was. But that's really why the whole motivation's behind Batman, and that's why Superman even goes to fight him when. Because Batman's like, okay, I'm gonna find out what's up. Yeah. He's like, he turns the bat signal on because when Superman does show up, Superman was a dick then. When Superman fucks his car up, first off, he cock blocked him because he was trying to go after one woman at the party, and he's like, hey.
Like he's like, beautiful woman, man. I got problems. I gotta go.
Yeah, and actually, the reason why Superman knows who Bruce Wayne is, like, he overhears because he's got super hearing. Yeah. Alfred talking to him.
Again, done perfectly. Yeah. Nobody mentions.
Yeah. But you know, he cock blocks him, then he fucks his car up, and he's like, what more can you do? And then he's like. When Superman shows up, he's like, consider this a warning, which is more than you deserve. And then he's like, then that's when he says, do you bleed? Like, that's when Batman was like, who the fuck does he think he's talking to? He's like, what'd you say? What'd you say to me, bro? And then that's what he's like,
Alfred's like, you gonna let him come at you like that?
He's like, hell no, bro. Batman has some Home Alone shit going on. Like, he has some traps set up that's fun. That's Bruce Wayne. That's like genius intellect. Yeah. And then, but Superman, like, I don't think Superman expected it, dude, because when he had that guy, like, he was going through all Superman's traps and shit, and he was kind of fucking Superman up. He's like, stay down if I wanted you to be dead already. And then Superman's like, boop. And then some gas hits him. He's like, oh shit. He's like, then Batman's like, breathe it in. Wonder Woman shows up, and she's taking those files because there's a picture of her from 1919 when she was, you know, because she's Wonder Woman. And then she wanted to take that, and then she gives it back to Bruce Wayne. That's why she's involved. She just wants to cover up who she is. And that's actually how you get introduced to the Justice Leaguers, because they start going through the files, and each one has a symbol. It's like the Flash symbol and the Cyborg and Aquaman. And the Aquaman was kind of.
I didn't like it at all. That's the one thing about the movie I didn't like is the way that they did the Justice League members. Flash was cool.
Flash was fun. The time travel thing.
Yeah, the time travel thing was awesome because he comes back to warning, and we'll get to that. Yeah, that's a whole other thing. But the time travel thing was cool. Even his little viral video was cool, like in the gas station. I like that.
That was pretty cool.
The other ones didn't like at all. I don't like the idea that we introduced the fucking Justice League on a little tiny computer screen in a fucking file. Like, I thought the Aquaman thing was corny as shit. He was like, "Hello there."
You know what I mean? Out of the fucking like little rock, and he's like, "What's up?" And he's got his spear. I was thinking, like, I just think like there should have been like a little like a white bold lettering at the top screen. Should have been like Aquadesia.
I thought it was gonna be like Merman.
Oh yeah, it should be like cologne. He's selling cologne. Yeah, but it was cool. But he looked good.
Yeah,
he did look good. Then they show Cyborg. So that was actually, it was short. Like, I didn't like the shortness of it, but he does like, it was kind of freaky in its own way, because you're seeing. You obviously know how Cyborg got created. It's fucking like, it kind of like, damn. I mean, it's brutal because it's like all this shit's coming up and he's screaming and stuff, and the video clicks off.
And it's strange that it's also the guy from Skynet, from Terminator 2, that plays his dad.
You know what's weird is I didn't see Green Lantern. Like, I thought somebody said that the Green Lantern was in it. Like, at least Hal Jordan as the pilot was in it.
There was no mention of that, whatever. But I did not like the Justice League cameos at all. Minus Wonder Woman, I thought she was done well. When she shows up on screen, first off, she already has an advantage because she has the most kick-ass music of the whole movie. Every time they show her, it's like that. It's badass.
I loved it.
But she shows up, and they give her an awesome entrance, too. Yeah. When Doomsday's shooting his shit, and she's like this.
Yeah.
This dude behind us had an orgasm.
He was like, oh! He's like, honey, I divorced you.
He's like, I think he got divorced after that. He was like, seriously, dude?
But yeah, that was. But I didn't like the Justice Leaguers besides Wonder Woman. I did like the Flash time travel thing. Like, he was introduced first before.
I like the idea of it. Yeah, I thought it was cool. I mean, it came out of nowhere, but the way that they were doing, like you said, he was hinting. It ties everything together because he was hinting at Darkseid. I don't know. Whatever his name is. The thing was Falafel. Darkseid or Darkseid, whatever you want to call him. There's one scene like Batman is having a lot of nightmares. And that's where you see him in the desert and shit. And I want to talk about that really quick because that's where the fucking people are coming in. The ones that are hating on this movie because he kills. He shoots people. Okay, so he dreams of an apocalyptic future that Superman is ruling the earth. Like, Superman has become a corrupt god, dictator, a terrorist on Earth. And you see him. He comes up and he's got like this cool ass fucking like, you know, Mad Max jacket on. And he's like, what's up? And he sees the metropolis all burning and the buildings all... And he has like resistance fighters. He gets in there. The guys kill his fucking friends. And then he takes machine guns and start fucking them up. He's fighting fucking Superman though. And this is where Superman has gone crazy. Superman is like now out of control. And he's killed everything. And he's worshipped as a god. And you're right though. You did say one thing. They're wearing Kevlar, fuckers. They're wearing Kevlar. Head to toe body armor. Well, this is just A. This is point A. Mm-hmm. Point A.
I like point B.
Head to toe, these motherfuckers, I mean, even their faces are covered in body armor when Batman's shooting them. Number one. Number two, Superman does come in and fucking kills people with his laser beams. Number three, none of it fucking matters because that was a goddamn dream. It was a fucking dream.
Yeah, so get off your fucking high horse, Donnie Darko. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Like, Batman and Superman do not kill. There's one scene in particular. For one, they go out of their way to point out the fact that Superman literally says, I don't kill people. Yeah. I don't kill people. And Zod, that was a whole different situation. Yeah. But in this movie, he says, Superman does not kill people in this movie. B, Batman, and there's only one scene where I know for a fact that he killed some motherfuckers, and that was when, it wasn't even his fault, it was a grenade that they threw it at him, didn't they? And he threw it back?
Yeah, okay, that specific scene you're talking about, that was the best fight scene. When Batman fucks shit up.
My favorite scene in the movie next to Superman in the space with Doomsday was when Batman goes and fucks up like 20 people.
That's when they were holding Martha Kent and he goes to rescue her after him and Superman like become bromances and they understand what's going on now. And that was cool. I did like that. He was like, I promise you I'll save her. That was cool because then you could see like, I don't like you too much because I don't like the way your face looks, but I respect you.
And then the ultimate, like that was a cool like comic book fun moment for me. But the ultimate, and I will say it was Avengers-ish style moment, was when they're all there, and you saw it in the trailer. I thought she was with you. But there's a couple more jokes in between Batman and Superman right there, and they were fucking hilarious. Like I got giddy when they make jokes at each other. Batman's like being a smartass to him. It was so fucking.
There was I know what you're talking about, but he's like, I thought you'd be here by now. He's like, I was kind of busy.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, but the thing is, when he goes and fucks up those guys holding Martha Kent, it is very, very fucking brutal. It is very brutal, Batman. Yes, he does throw a grenade at the motherfuckers, but they threw it at him first. He was just like,
I think they did. I'm not sure.
No, they threw it at him first. They took it out and they throw it. He's fucking all these guys up, and they throw a grenade. He throws it back. Too bad, bro. You didn't get out of the way.
And I assume that Batman does kill. Like he does kill, but he doesn't go out of his way to fucking kill people. They don't zoom in on him giving people headshots.
Like there's one specific scene where the guy stabs him in the fucking shoulder, and he takes the knife out, and then he stabs him in the fucking shoulder and pins him against the wall. That's just like, you do me, I'm gonna do you. Like it's Batman being Batman. And then like, by the way, I was gonna say there's one specific part of that fight sequence. You know you're fucked, and you know you should rethink being a bad guy. When you shoot a guy in the head, he goes, oh, and he doesn't die. You're like, I just shot him like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm done. But yeah, that was cool. Like, the guy shoots Batman twice in the head, and then Batman's just like, ouch! And then he fucking fucks him up. Like, and then, Batman, oh my god. When Batman's fighting him in the warehouse, I was getting excited too, dude. When Batman's fighting him, I felt very Steven Seagal. He was breaking fucking bones, and you were seeing bones come out. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Badass, man. Ben Affleck, the quintessential Batman, we said in the last one, I think he's taken it. He stuck it right there. And we said on day one we thought he'd be a good Batman, and I'm not saying I told you so, but I am. Humble brag.
And that sucks. It sucks that, I know that, I think today, or yesterday, Ben Affleck released a statement or Twitter or something like that about, it says sad fleck, about how the negative responses that he's gotten. That's fucking bullshit, guys. I'm telling you that anybody's fucking negatively attacking his characterization of Batman is fucking stupid. That is the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life, because I think that he is just as good as Batman. Like, I think he was born to play that character, as I think that Robert Downey Jr. was born to play Tony Stark, as I think that Ryan Reynolds was born to play Deadpool. I think he was born to play Batman. I think he's got the right attitude. I think he's got the right characterization. I think he's got the right themes going on with Batman, the internal struggle who Batman is. I think he's doing everything specifically that Batman should be when he was first created by Bob Kane. I think it's Bob Kane.
So you're saying maybe he's born with it?
I think, Maybelline. It could be Maybelline. But the truth is, also, jumping back, we're doing this back and forth shit, because there's just so much to talk about. The Flash, when we're talking about the time travel thing, again, Batman's suffering from dreams, right? He's having all this like visions and things like Superman dying or Superman becoming an out of control god, and that also motivates him to stop Superman. But at some point in the Batcave, Batman's like kind of half awake, half asleep. You see this like burst in like space time, and a guy with like helmet on that pulls back, and it's the fucking Flash. You can see
you can barely tell it is.
Yeah, but he's got the red. You can see he's got a mask on. And he's like, you were right about him. He's coming, and you were right about him. And he's like, please stop. And he's warning Batman, and I'm like, holy fuck. And he's like coming out, and he's like, you were right. And he like goes away. So you kind of wonder, he's like, was he saying about Superman? Well, you were right about Superman becoming an out of control god. It's like, no, he's talking about Darkseid. But I think Batman kind of misinterpreted it. Yeah.
And then they go back to that at the end where she's like, how do you know that we were supposed to be together or whatever? He's like, just got a funny feeling. Yeah. Because he remembers that. And it's so cool that Batman's is going to be the one that brings everybody together. And now he's going to have to do that Superman's dead. But again, we're going to make a whole video talking about what happens next, so I'll let that go.
Well, you should tell him that Superman, the spoiler video. Oh yeah, Superman, he does die, but at the very end of the movie, that was a cool shot.
My favorite, I keep saying my favorite. There's so many favorite shots in this movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, when Superman dies and they're at the funeral, by the way, the last second shot, you see and I hope you guys caught this because it was so cool. It really got me going because I knew like the death of Superman. I'm not happy he's dead, but I love that fucking book. When you see barely in that beautiful Zack Snyder visualization, you barely see the dirt start to rise back up. Yeah. And I was like, fuck you!
He throw back some Man of Steel when the first time he took off in flight, all that shit, the debris rising up around him before he takes off, and I was like, here we go! Yeah. Here we go! You're not dead. Bring it fucking action, Tijuana. But yeah, like that was cool shit. Like I love that I'm glad they didn't leave it like that. I knew they were because when the camera panned down to the coffin, I'm like, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I was wondering. I kind of wanted to. I thought it was either gonna be something like that, or it was gonna be the coffin rattling a little bit.
I still want to say. I geeked out hard, and I was so happy to see some of the visuals from my favorite comic book, one of my favorite comic books ever. I still really, really hope though that they will go back in the future and make that entire movie with a good-looking Doomsday. And by the way, even when he sheds his skin and becomes the next level up of Doomsday, still looks like shit.
I just don't. I don't know what it was about why he looked so weird. He did have a very Zod face.
He looked like a fucking reptile. Yeah, like, I hated it.
He looked like something from like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
like one of the orcs from Lord of the Rings or something. I just don't. I think they could have put a little bit more effort in the way he looked.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that what I got scared about is I got scared that Batman was going to kill Superman at 1.2. Yeah, but I got scared when Superman confronts Doomsday and he's standing there in front of the monument of Superman, and I thought he was going to turn around and be like, me Zod. Like, I thought he was going to talk, dude. I thought he was going to talk. I'm like, please, God, please don't talk, dude. Don't talk. I really thought he was going to start talking. Like you know, like
it sound like Scooby-Doo, like,
no, just like, don't like talk like, Zod not happy. I was like, don't let him talk. But thankfully they didn't, yeah, he didn't look as good as he could have.
You mentioned this, I watched it and didn't even register that it happened until you said it. I was like, holy fuck, you're right. Fucking Man-Bat was there for a second.
Yeah, well, it looked like Man-Bat.
Yeah.
Because there's a dream sequence that scared the fuck out of me, dude.
Yeah.
It got me. When Batman, I'm gonna get it goes like dark tones. Because when Batman goes and he sees, like, I guess it's that guilty conscience that he has that he couldn't save his mom and dad. He goes into the crypt that they're kept in, and he's like touching Martha Wayne's like coffin, and then the blood starts dripping, and these fucking bats burst out, and what appears to be what looks like a fucking Man-Bat grabs him, which I know is a representation of his mother being a bat or whatever. Damn, she has some problems. But grabbing him, and she's like, yeah, I'm like, oh. Man-Bat.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
I mean, you could interpret that either way.
Well, see, it's weird because you mentioned before that Zack Snyder said he was going to put the Joker and Riddler in this.
And change his mind.
Yeah, but then he might have thrown in Man-Bat or like at least a little bit of a hint of Man-Bat.
Yeah. And then, like, and Darkseid's hint, even though they never say it's Darkseid, but there's the end where Lex Luthor's behind bars and he says, he's like, I've already rung the bell, they're coming now, they know that you're here. That's just, the way that they set that up was so perfect for Justice League. Now, again, we're going to talk about another video. I don't know what's going to happen with Superman, if he's going to be in Justice League now, how they're going to bring him back, if they're going to play out the whole storyline, but they set up for Justice League Part 1 to blow minds. I mean, they set it up so good. And I don't like him as Lex Luthor. I still think that to this day, no one's done a Lex Luthor from the comic books the way it should be done.
I will stand by my original idea. I think that Lex Luthor should be played by Bryan Cranston. I think Bryan Cranston would bring so much fucking to that role because Bryan Cranston can play crazy. He can play fucking, devilish but at the same time charming in his own way. And disarming. Like, that's the thing about Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor is crazy and he's fucking evil, but he's disarming. And I don't think Jesse Eisenberg really... Good actor, I just don't think he pulls off what he should pull off being Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor is like literally the arch nemesis of fucking Superman.
He was almost scary at times, like he was almost like maniacal scary, like he would say certain things.
Very,
but like, dude, why'd you make Lex Luthor a bitchy little kid whining about his dad? Like the whole movie. Like, what do you think Dad would do if I moved something in this room?
I know he was abused by his dad, but that's the motivation for him like creating Doomsday, because he creates Doomsday, which is based on his own DNA, which is why when he gets created, he wants to kill Superman, which. Okay, they fucked up the origin story of Doomsday, I know.
Yeah.
But the reasoning behind why he wanted to do that was fucking what?
Yeah.
Because it's like, who was there to stop Daddy from hitting me? Nobody. Like, it was like, okay, so, but the real reality of why Lex Luthor is Lex Luthor and he hates Superman is jealousy. He wants to be the hero, but he can never measure up to be the hero, and he sees this God come from the sky that's got all these amazing gifts, that's a truly good human, a good person. He doesn't like it because he's jealous. It's all jealousy.
How do these people read these comic books and then go, I want Gene Hackman to play it the way Gene Hackman did, and then go, I want the Facebook kid to play it the way he did? I don't understand. Like, Lex Luthor should be so simple to make. Like, it's an easy character to understand and really cool character.
Because they just thought Mark Zuckerberg has had enough of Facebook.
I think what this movie ultimately did, I thought it was satisfying as hell, but I think it also, more than anything, left me going, oh my god, I'm gonna shit my pants when I see the Batman solo movie. When we get a full movie of just Batman, because honestly there wasn't enough Batman, really. I wanted more of it. When we get a whole Ben Affleck Batman movie, it's gonna be amazing. And then Justice League, what they're gonna do with that, it's just gonna be absolutely amazing. Alfred's my favorite Alfred ever. Batman's my favorite Batman ever. I thought Superman did a fucking great job.
I think Michael Caine's a great Alfred. Okay, I don't want people to get it twisted.
I don't think we have a bad Alfred yet.
No. Yeah, they really haven't. Don't get it twisted, though. I mean, I'm not saying Michael Caine's not good. Michael Caine's great. Michael Caine is amazing in the Nolan trilogy. I think that this particular Alfred, though, this very dry, sarcastic, witty guy that they've got with Jeremy Irons as Alfred fits perfectly with the kind of disillusioned Batman that they have in Ben Affleck. Did you notice that when he had that dream and he woke up, there was a bitch that was sleeping in his bed, but they never mentioned it? He's that much of a player. Like he's got girls like just sleeping with him, and he's like, "Who are they?" It's like, I don't know. It's like I just, but the Wayne Manor. It's decrepit. He doesn't live there. He has a separate.
He has a clear box.
Yeah, he does. It's like I don't know what the
badass. What is that?
Yeah, it looks. He's got a 360-degree look of everything.
Yeah,
and you can see it's like Jurassic Park, but he can see. They take it in the forest or something like that. So they haven't rebuilt it. I guess he doesn't want to live there. But the Batcave is cool. And when he drives a car when it's all fucked up after he gets in a fight with Superman and it goes in the water, that's so fucking badass. That's so cool. I loved it.
The whole thing was just badass.
There's nothing about the movie. Like I said, there's nitpicking things.
They don't really hint at Killing Joke. They just show the same thing they show in the trailer. That's a weird choice to put that in the trailer. But they show the Robin outfit.
I think at that point, what I think would have been cool, what I thought would have been a cool visual, is if you walk by in the Robin suit and you looked at it and you saw the jokes on you, haha, Batman, and then just really like a little quick flash, see Jared Leto's Joker laughing.
That'd be awesome.
Just a quick one.
Or like, what if he turned around and he was holding a bloody crowbar?
Something like that.
Like in Batman's memory, that would be dope as fuck.
That would be fucking, yeah. And I know why they probably, and who knows, in the Blu-ray they might have that in there.
Yeah.
Because this movie, like I said, it touched its dick really close to the rated R version of being in the rated R Batman Superman, but the Blu-ray being rated R, I think the reason why they didn't put the Joker thing in there because he kills Jason Todd with a fucking pipe, or a fucking crowbar, and beats him to death. So maybe they were like, if we do that, they're gonna give us a rated R movie, so we're not gonna do that. We'll leave that out. We'll cut that out. But in the Blu-ray, we'll get that.
And ultimately, man, I think that this movie, to steal words from Lex Luthor, I think this movie, I think the problem that people are having is that they did so much. Like, they threw so much shit into this movie. So many epic comic storylines just put into one movie. And I'm not going to knock them for that. It's just that it suffers a touch from flew too close to the sun syndrome. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by steal that from Lex Luthor. He's like, you flew too close to the sun.
That fucker.
But it does suffer a touch from that because I do want to see these stories gone back and done and really focused on. But I love it. I mean, I sat there I can't believe that's happening. I can't believe that's happening. I can't believe this is happening right now. And it's a special movie in its own right because no other movie did that much shit in one movie, and it's just crazy.
I think that this movie I think it holds itself well in the enchilada of comic book movies. I think it's one of the best superhero movies I've ever seen. It's
enchiladas.
Enchilada.
I know, but maybe one enchilada.
Do you want one?
Yeah.
Maximum effort. But it's definitely not the greatest superhero movie of all time, no. But definitely in my top 3, top 5. Definitely one of those.
Yeah, that's up there.
I feel like I keep on saying definitely. I feel like I'm in Rain Man. Definitely Kmart.
It's
definitely Kmart. It's I think that they did a phenomenal job with Batman, casting Ben Affleck. Henry Cavill comes back and nails it as Superman again. I think that he is the perfect Superman for the 21st century. Gal Gadot is amazing as Wonder Woman. Lawrence Fishburne has a small role he had. Perry White was good. He's good Perry White. Amy Adams was great Lois Lane. Jeremy Irons, fucking awesome Alfred. There's nothing really about Jesse Eisenberg again. There's really nothing about this movie that I can sit there and say, well, that fucking is terrible, and that's why it's going to get a fucking rotten score. There's no way. There's no way. I was watching, and I was looking for it. I was looking for the specific moments throughout the film why it would get a 41 or 27% rotten or whatever the fuck it is. And I'm telling you what it is. It's because he fucking shoots people in a dream sequence. That's why they gave it a fucking dark rating. They're like, it's Batman, and he's killing people. He's killing people left and right. Nobody cares. There's no heart in it.
And because they wanted Marvel, man. It's don't go into a movie. I love Marvel, but don't go to a DC movie expecting a Marvel movie. It's two different things.
I wonder what the fuck they're gonna do if Iron Man pulls the fucking arm off Winter Soldier, pulls the fucker off, and then winds up maybe killing Captain America. What are they gonna do? Are they gonna? Oh, I can't believe this. Like they're infected by DC. DC's infected their butts. Fucking let them do their own thing and let DC do their own thing, and don't fucking try to correlate. Well, they're doing this, so it should be like this. Just stop. Just stop.
Yeah, but I gave it an 8.5. I thought it had a few tiny problems. I thought there was some editing problems. There was some script pacing issues. I didn't like Lex Luthor, and I thought Doomsday looked like shit. At the end of that. Also, though, Batman and Superman fucking fight, and they do the fucking Doomsday thing, the whole storyline. It's the best Batman fucking ever. Superman did a great job. There's a million fucking awesome things in here. They nailed the fucking background feeling of, it felt like the Watchmen background feeling of, like, what would happen if a godlike figure came down to Earth. They went there. They went hard, and they weren't scared to just cup the balls and tell that story in the background a little bit and have that theme going, and I give them credit for that. So it's like
he's like not being scared and just walking up to a random stranger, grabbing the ball and say cough. It's like, wow, bro.
And they fucking did.
The truth is, and it's actually cool you mentioned The Watchmen. I think Thomas Wayne was the guy from The Watchmen, was he?
Yeah, Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Yeah, it was so weird. It was a comedian was in it as the father. I give it a 9.5. I think it's phenomenal. I don't really nitpick much. I do think Doomsday looks like shit, but I don't think he looks like shit enough to drop my score down significantly. The pacing issues, I agree with you. Again, I can deal with them though because they're not too long. The thing is, and I wish they had done this. This is one of my complaints against it. I don't think they should have had the origin really with Batman again.
It was quick though.
It was cool. I liked it. Like, the dream sequence at the very beginning when he's like, in my dream, I go to the light, which is cool. But they kind of, sometimes I feel like they focus too much, a little bit on the whole thing with the origins and just what they are and what they stand. I loved it though when they got past that, when they start really focusing on the symbolism between what Batman stands for and what Superman stands for and why they stand for it and what the differences are between the two. Because Batman has his own brand of justice. He actually brands people with the fucking like bat symbol, and they talk about that. That's because he's like, you're a piece of shit. You're a you're a fucking child molester.
And they said that's a mark of death when he goes to
prison.
That's the perfect Batman because it's like, I don't have to kill you, but I don't have to save you either.
Liam Neeson taught him well.
It's the perfect thing.
But yeah, he brands them and shit, and he actually doesn't brand Lex, but he almost does. But and that's his version of justice. And Superman's obviously trying to make up for what happened in Metropolis. And he goes out and he tries to save all, and he's struggling, and he's like, what am I supposed to fucking do? Nobody trusts me anymore. I get blamed for this, I get blamed for that. I got all these powers and all these gifts, but everybody's saying, fuck you, you put your dick in my face, and I can't fucking get over it. And what's like, that's why it's so big.
Super cock. Powdered toast man. And what Superman's going through is really underrated here. Nobody talks about that, but he's going through hell.
I know, and I love it. He sat on the couch, like at one point, he's like watching the TV, and he's like talking and listening to this senator badmouth him, and these other people badmouth him. He's like, what am I supposed to fucking do? Like, I'm doing everything I can.
Oh, and the costs, man. I forgot to talk about the costs. I love, by the way, that they had Costner in the dream sequence where he's like stacking the rocks, because you know what that reminds me of, and even though they hadn't revealed it yet that Superman dies, I was sitting there thinking, this reminds me sort of Death of Superman when he starts to come back and his dad who's dead, he talks to him like while he's going through that weird thing. That reminds me of that, and I think they're gonna do
that. Reminds me of that. Every time I think of when I see Clark Kent talking to Jonathan Kent in that dream sequence, and when I read it, it's like that comic book. Do you remember the cover of DC? It's like "Back from the Dead!" exclamation and question mark. And it's like Superman. He's like Superman's fighting alongside his dad to fight the demons to get back to Earth. Because I think they showed that it was all psychological. Like, I don't think Superman. I don't know. He could probably die eventually, but he's so fucking superhuman that it's like, oh, he was raised as a human, so he thinks he should die as a human. So it's like in his mind. But it was, that was cool. I can't believe they got Kevin Costner to come back. They didn't get fucking Russell Crowe. Russell Crowe was like, naughtiest.
Yeah.
He was like, he's like, mother, he goes like, father to a murdered son.
He should have came back after Superman was dead. He should have showed up and like had those boogers fall off.
Yeah,
that's so crying and kissing his feet. But yeah, we're way.
My name is Marcus Aurelius.
You go up to Lex Luthor and say that from the other side of jail.
He's like, what are you, a gladiator? He's like, yes.
Oh shit.
So yeah, so 9.5, 8.5 for Mike. A phenomenal movie, amazing movie. I hope you guys liked it as much as we did. If you didn't like it as much as we did, we understand. We're not hating you. And again, we're nice guys. We don't want to. I feel really bad. Like, I know people think that we fucking attack anybody personally, because we don't. We'll attack their opinions if they're stupid. Just like you can attack our opinions if they're stupid. Like, everybody's allowed to have opinions, if the shitty ones.
True.
So that's all it is. So let us know in the bottoms.
And they will.
In the bottoms of the comments. If the movie sucked, if it was good, if you liked it, it was mediocre, you don't think they handled this right, you don't think they handled that right.
Yeah, and I'm sure that we probably forgot 10 things, because this movie's just...
There's so much in it.
Fucking stacks on stacks on stacks.
I want to say one thing, though. Can they stop saying...
How you get it? Laying rats on
tracks. Can people just stop saying
BBS?
BVS? Because it just sounds like you just got a fucking STD.
Yeah, it sounds like...
It's like, I just went and saw BVS. Like, you saw that shit? That's gross. It's like,
it sounds like IBS.
Yeah. It sounds gross.
I poop too much. Like, what? I poop too much.
Like, there was somebody like, what'd you see? I was like, last night when I was outside, I was like, we were at a bar, and I was like, outside, the guy was like, this girl was like, what'd you see? I was like, I got BBS. And then she was like, what? I was like, I'm eating bad or stupid.
Stay away from this motherfucker.
I don't have BBS.
So
your mom does.
Comment down below. We love your faces. Follow us at We Watch the Movie on Twitter. And if you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button. Get some wham opinion.
John McClane approves. Oh shit, the coffee.
It's empty. We both know there's no film in this camera.
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie.